Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the land of the Vikings. I hope you're having a great day today. I want to start the video off by saying that the following things that we're going to do today have always been a part of the master plan, okay? They've always been something that will happen inevitably because you run out of land and you have to spread out anyway, okay? But I did want to go into, I don't want to say an apology, but yeah, I mean, I guess that's the appropriate term, I suppose. It depending on how they interpreted it. I just replied to them before recording this video, and I sort of like thinking to myself, you know, it's hard to convey tone in. I'm actually going to delete that because I have a better plan for that road. It's hard to convey tone in text, and so like I don't know how they took my tone when I replied to them, but they'll know who I am as I talk about this. So this game has a very clear sort of mechanic, if you will, that people use inside the game. So like, for instance, this person's a fisherman, right? We can see 3 different things down here for location. I can go to where she is, I can go to the house she lives in, and I can see that she is a fisherman. So I know that this woman every day is going to live here and then have to walk all the way over to here to work. So it makes sense to have her house be close to where she works. Now, I replied to a person who told me this. I think it was in video 3. And I kind of said, you know, I think you're overthinking this a little bit. And I think you're overthinking it because I cannot determine where people live. Like, they choose where they live. That's it. So if I, you know, have a homeless person, for example, and they're working in the fishing hut, and I build a couple houses and they choose to live way across the island, I can't do anything about that. What I would hope the game is smart enough to do, and I don't know this. In fact, I'm already building a fishing boat. I wanted to get more fishing boats here. I don't know this, but I would hope that the game is smart enough to have people move to houses that are more convenient for their workspace. But since people die very quickly in this game, I haven't really seen that come to fruition yet. Because, and that's the other reason why I haven't put anybody's name in the game, even though I kind of said I'd asked and I had a couple people like comment about that. Like, I haven't put your name in the game because I just don't think it's going to matter. I can only put your nickname in, and characters are dying really fast anyway. Like, we're never going to see you anyway. It's sort of like naming a prisoner in Prison Architect after you. It's like, okay, cool. If the prison's really small, then great, we can keep track of you. But like now, once we get hundreds of people, you're just never going to see your own character. So it's not worth my time to like do that. It's just not worth it. It looks like we have the same thing here. Frigidaire is or Fridgear. Could be Frigidaire. Who knows? The Fridgear is Madman in the Village Square thing. This is an unfortunate event that just keeps popping up. I'm gonna go ahead and hit pay the 25, I guess. He really needs to stop doing what he's doing. So anyway, they go from their houses and they have to walk where they work. Well, up until this point, I haven't really bothered to make remote villages of people. I haven't really bothered to make houses in other areas because our entire production is right here on the screen the whole time. But you see, we have like a couple of buildings that are over here, and I'm adding another mine now. And so there's going to be 8 people working here, now total of 10 people, 12 people. And actually, I'll probably go in and add, let's go in and add, let's go add a warehouse. I'm actually going to be changing this a little bit. I'm trying to imagine where I want things in the future here when I do this. So I think I'm actually going to turn this around and go like that with this. And then we're going to say that this road goes across like so. And then this is going to also come down. Well, at least I thought it was, but maybe it's not. It's going to come down that way. And then what we're going to do today is we're going to set up a little neighborhood of houses right over here. Okay? Now, again, this is always the plan, but like, I was only 3 videos in, so I'm kind of like, hey, can I maybe play the game longer than 2.5, 3 hours before I'm told I'm doing it wrong? Like, there is an idea. I go into games with an idea in my head of how I want to do things, and there's times it just takes time to get there, you know? So we got a house here. I'm gonna put another little house, I guess, right here. We'll stick a poorhouse right there, and I'm gonna put another one over here on this side, I guess, like right about here. It's fine. A little bit like that. So we're gonna build 4 houses over here, and we'll probably have more than that, but we'll start by having these 4, and I'm gonna go ahead and maybe prioritize that one and that one. Okay. Next, we're gonna have, I think, more of these windmills, because I've got a lot of grain here, wheat in there. I've got some wheat here, and yet I'm low on food, and people are complaining about not having food, right? A lot of them are hungry. And so, I mean, we should be able to get this to the marketplace, but I just think it's like we're not making the bread fast enough. And so I need to have more of these windmills too. And so I guess now that tree's gone, we're going to kind of play this a little bit different here. We're going to say that I want a windmill to go right. Let's flip it around. Actually, we'll go like this with it. No, we want this way because I want the road to connect. Like that. Yeah. So put a windmill here next to that field. And I'll put another windmill here next to this field, as well as with the water source right there. And then on the back side of this, we're going to stick 2 more wheat granaries right behind this. So 1 there and there. And then finally, as soon as this is out of the way, whack, 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 whack. Cut that tree down. It grew and then fell. It got bigger before it fell down. Let's take a field, and I want to put another field right here. This is going to be another wheat field. There we go. Yep, I guess it'll be like that. And then we're going to do 1 more field even. So I want even more wheat. And it looks to me like it's probably a hill. Can I go like this? It'll let me do it like this, so I'll take it. So there's going to be extra wheat fields on that side. Next, we're going to need another brewer because we got beer. And if I take a look over here, we actually have a lot of beer in storage. And in fact, this is going to get close to the limit here soon, too. There's also this is what I don't understand also. There's 105 coal in storage right here, and yet these houses don't have firewood or heating for the house. I'm not sure why they don't have it when I've clearly got it all inside here. So the only thing I can think of is that regular citizens are not walking to the warehouse to get it, and they're prioritizing getting firewood instead, which currently sits at 0 supply. I don't know why that's happening. I'm going to actually bring the firewood down to 0, which is a little bit scary maybe in the winter, but I'm hoping that they go and use the coal, because that's the whole reason for us to mining it in the first place, is for them to use it. I'm not seeing them use it, and like these guys are getting treatment with being hungry. Gross. Anyway, so we're expanding out this way. So I'm going to need a lot more wood. So we're just going to mark all these trees to be cut down. And I realize that's probably going to stop the hunter. So let's also make sure that we're not interfering too much with the hunter. Although we've kind of taken out all the trees. There's a couple of trees that are going to grow here. We're going to let them grow to help this hunter, because I'm not entirely sure how the hunter is supposed to get anything. Walking around like he does. I don't know how he's going to get anything. Oh, don't cut that down. Oh, you already started. Well, sorry, hunter. I already started cutting down your trees. But I'd like to get this path built. And we're just going to take it and curve it. Kind of around like so. Yeah, and kind of go between these 2 trees, let's say. And the hope is, of course, to just create a faster path to get out to all these other trees. But also, we're going to expand our neighborhood out that way, too, eventually. So just kind of getting that road pushed out. We have 5 in the Tree of Life. I need 6 to get the next step, so I'm just going to have to wait to do anything with there. But I'm also going to get this. So, again, always the plan, but now that we're expanding this far out, it makes more sense to start our next neighborhoods, especially since this iron mine is going to get done soon too. So we're now also going to get houses built over here, and I'm thinking we'll just go maybe with I could do like one here, and then we could do like a couple of poor houses on this side. Let's say 2, 3. I'm not sure why I have to constantly rotate this every time I lay one in. 4, and then maybe one more that looks different than the others. 5. So 5 more houses here, with the hope that these guys will end up working over here, as well as in the iron mine, and maybe some more farms. I don't know. We're going to be cutting down a lot of trees here for a while. So, I mean, if we can get these trees cut down too. Maybe these ones back here. And then I also need lots of stone. I don't have enough stone to build things either. All these houses are going to require stone that I just do not have collected. So I need them to go ahead and do that as well. So they're going to hopefully do some of that. And yeah, so now these guys are having to walk all the way around. And there's a lot of laborers. Let me just take a really quick look at the jobs. There's 27 laborers right now. We don't have enough builders for all these places. So let's just up those a little bit. I don't see people using the coal. And so I'm a little bit concerned about that. Because it's clearly here, right? The coal is absolutely in this warehouse. So who's not using the coal? Who's not coming and getting it, right? Like, you got to actually come and get this stuff. We're also going to build a warehouse here because that warehouse is going to fill up. And so I want these guys to be able to move this coal over to a new warehouse and then get back to work faster. So we're going to have that done. And then there's going to be fields and stuff over here as well. But the hope is, you know, as we expand out, because again, our production has been entirely in this area anyway, up until this point. But now that we're expanding out, it makes sense to start adding new houses. And, you know, some of these farmers, I can't determine who works here. And that was ultimately the reason why I said, I think the wording I used was, you're overthinking it. Because it takes an enormous amount of micromanagement to just say, okay, I want this person to work there because they live closest to this and they have the most ideal stats for the people who live closest to this. Like, I'm not going to do that for 200 people, like 100 people even. I'm not really interested in even doing that for like 50 people. I will say, though, that I do need some more food. So let's just slaughter a few animals here. Get a couple animals slaughtered here. Here, chickens. We got a lot of chickens here. Let's go 4 on this pen. 3 on this pen. We'll do like 4 on this pen. See, lots and lots of food here now available to us. So let's go ahead and collect that food so people don't have to be hungry anymore. That was the whole point of having all these animal pens, was so that we had a food supply that was immune to winter. Or at least a food supply that would persist in its validity through winter. That was the point. So yeah, we'll have more fields going to be probably here. That's a little bit of a hill there, though, so I'm not sure I can actually plant here, but we'll have fields here, 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 and here. And so we'll go right about here, I guess. So if this is the size of a field and we place it there and there, so let's say that the road should be here instead. So we'll get rid of that tree and we'll say that the road should be here. And on this road, we will have a poorhouse there. I do want to get to good houses, and I'm still torn. I still haven't decided yet whether or not I want to go after the trade ships first or the good houses first. I think I want to go after good houses first because it's going to get people happier. Maybe it makes them more immune to the earthquakes. I really don't know. Put some other poorhouses down here, right here. And looks like we could fit one more right over here like this, provided we get rid of the tree. No, looks like it'll let me do it. Well, it was going to let me do it. Yeah, right there. So I'll let that tree grow. So I'm expanding our windmills to have 3 of them now, so we can process bread faster. We're going to expand to have more fields so that we can grow stuff faster. Okay. And we're going to get houses nearby those farms so that hopefully people who live close to the farms will work them. Okay? Does this make you happier? I mean, I'm not going to say I was wrong, because like I don't firmly believe I was wrong when I told you that you were overthinking it. But I will say that, you know, times change as the city develops, and it was, again, always a goal to expand. So I'm going to just say that I did it. Now, we're going to have a neighborhood here, and a neighborhood here. And these guys are going to have to go shopping at the marketplace, which is way over here. That's no good too. So part of this warehouse being located there is to provide us access for a marketplace to be in this area. And I have no idea if I'll be able to actually build this because it's a hill and it's very bumpy. And I was hoping to be able to do this, but it doesn't look like there's any... Oh, okay. Well, you know what? That'll do. We'll put it there. So I want this road to come all the way down and meet up with that intersection like that. And then this road will come over and merge like that. Okay, and then this is the marketplace. So these two guys will have a closer marketplace. Obviously, this one's a little bit closer, but I mean, we're gonna also be going over here too. And these guys could also walk to that marketplace. But, you know, I might have multiple marketplaces as we go. It does really look like they do not use the coal. More people than ever do not have places, like, don't have warmth. They're just not using the coal. I don't understand why. And now this warehouse is full. So it's over its limit because they're not dipping into it and using it. So I wonder if that's just a bug with the AI. Because look at this. So many houses are not warm. We got 122 coal. They should have coal. No firewood or coal for heating the house. I mean, is there any way for me to tell them, hey, by the way, there's coal available? I mean, is anybody even using coal? I bet everyone is on firewood only. Oh, you know what it probably is? Oh, I didn't think of this. Hang on. So, hold on. Let's go back to having 100 firewood. I wonder... I wonder if the poor houses use wood and the good houses use coal. I don't see any indication to that, but other than clicking on the house and then going, yep, there's no firewood. So I think that might be the case. Maybe that's the case. This again, it's the same person every time, so I'm gonna say he's exiled. Like, I'm not gonna keep paying 25 for that event, so he's exiled. Goodbye. It's the same guy. Whether it'll probably prompt it with a different guy later too, I don't know. But that guy is real crazy, and everybody's just fed up with it. So, including me. Okay. Did we get our fishing boat done? Yes. So let's get that done, and then we'll get somebody else in here. And you know, again, we can see their distance from home, right? So we can choose somebody that lives a little closer. You can do that. It's just you know, people are gonna die, and when they die, they're gonna be left vacant anyway. And I'm just gonna have to reset this constantly. I would much rather this work like a banished system, where I can just assign them to the job and say, look, I want this many people on the case, and then it just does it. I would much rather have that be how this works. Just let me choose how many workers, and then the game fills the slots. And if the game fills it with people that live far away, well, that's not my fault, man. Like, I would hope that that's the case, but... So, yeah, we have a lot of exclamation points, but I think the exclamation points are going to go away very soon. It's almost getting to the point where we can call it springtime. Getting very close to spring, and, you know, then we'll ramp up how many farmers there are. It looks like I'm going to do it right now, actually. So we'll go, let's say, 20 farmers. That leaves me with a puny 8 laborers, but we have enough... I think we have enough wood and stuff to go with for now. And I really want to make sure I hit these fields the moment springtime is over, or the moment springtime begins. Which, if I had to guess, I would say that that's probably going to be on the next sunrise, right? This is almost there. All right, you are going to be somebody who's strong man, and maybe you'll work through this one here, and maybe this one here. Okay. And we have this last windmill here too, which, yeah, we'll deal with it. So I wanted to make them all farmers now so that they would stop being really far away, and we could bring them in closer, get them into town sooner, and then you see all the exclamation parts are going away. Exclamation points, I mean, are going away. And so this means I can now plant. So let me get planting on these 5 fields to start now. Wheat, plant, and wheat, plant. Okay, so now they will start working this before spring even begins. And they'll get to work in the fields. And then the icon will pop up that says spring is in 2 days or whatever. But we can already work these fields before that notice happens. So now we had farmers brought in from being out there getting wood. They were ready to go, and we can hopefully get these fields running really fast. So the next thing I'm going to do is, I guess, is prioritize that windmill to get that extra one working, and then I want these houses to be built. So get these, I guess, these 3 houses, I guess, to be built. There's the 3 days until spring. The notice, 3 days to spring. Get that tree, and that tree. And I think there was another one. This area here, right now, they're gonna walk all the way around to go around this. So I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna just delete that because it's gonna make me do it anyway. And we're gonna go out this far, and then next to this house, and then straight over like so. There we go. And that should be right by that torch. Okay, so the torch is... I wish it wouldn't allow me to go through decorations. But it's fine. We'll go like that with it instead. And then this house needs a road. Done. This house needs a road. Done. This house needs a road. No? Already has a road? Already has a road. How about this one? Yep. Okay, so all the houses, right? We need to make sure that the road's in all of them. This one? Yep. Normally if it snaps, they don't have a road, but yeah, so this one should snap. Thought it would anyway. Well, here, do it. Should have a road now. All right, so everybody's got a road. So it's the springtime now. We don't have to worry about warmth. Again, the coal, it's really weird that they're not using it. So I'm going to say it's probably has something to do with poor houses needing wood, needing firewood specifically, and the other houses, you know, wanting coal. So I think we're going to go down good houses first. We'll just lower the amount of firewood for now because I need to build the other houses for now. So let's keep hacking away. I've deforested this area so much that hunter probably has nothing left to do, unfortunately. Poor hunter. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that to you. It's just kind of, I was a mistake. All right. I make mistakes sometimes. It happens. Let's go like that. Yep. And this, and this. And then I think we should probably cut down these trees too. Just mark these for deforest. I mean, they're so far away, but we should do it. And then we can get storages. So wood storage, maybe we put another one like right here just because, you know, and we can have another one that's maybe like right here. Another wood storage. If it fits right here, I should put it here. Yeah, there we go. Put another one right there. Get another wood storage over here. And just like spread it out so that as we expand new territory, they'll just have it closer by, hopefully. Yeah, so whatever, just do that guy. So it's going to be a bit. I have to wait for all this stuff to build. It's going to take a long, long time to happen, and we're out of stone. And so I've got to work that. But, you see what we're up to, right? We have 6 in the Tree of Life now. Been waiting for that. So I'm ultimately going to choose either to get the Nor to get the trade ships going, or I need to go for the good houses. And I think I'm going for good houses. I love the idea for the trade. We can trade already. We've seen other places come to us. So we'll take those opportunities for now. But going on trade expeditions like this, you have to be really stable in food in order to do this. Or beer, because I think the sailors actually want beer. And so, I've got plenty of beer, but I want to be more stable with food. Otherwise, they starve on the trip to the trade. So I'm going to go for good houses instead. These come up. It's like village grows, the fame points you earn increase. I like this. We're going to go after that right away. And then log and stones are harvested 5% faster. That's good. And then this one is when the flask run off. Yeah, there's our tavern right there. Okay. So we want to get to the tavern. So no idea what that is. We want to get to the taverns. Okay. So now can I upgrade existing houses, or do I have to tear them down? It looks like I have to tear them down. They say life, good house. Structure can accommodate a single family. It is quite robust and protected. Okay, I like that. So that's one design, and then the other design looks like this. That's a much bigger house. They look like they have similar footprints. So what I can do, instead of destroying these buildings, well, I probably should destroy these buildings. We have new houses that are going up around, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna destroy, let's say, this house. Can I do it or no? Destroy house. Yes, demolish. And this house, demolish. We'll get rid of this here as well as the decorations. And we're going to do this little bits at a time, okay? Because you can't do it all at once, so we're going to do a little bit at a time. We're going to start with good houses. And, oh, why? Really? The resources on the ground. Are you kidding me? They need to fix this. Where the resources on the ground cannot block construction plans. We're going to be using these resources anyway, but like they need to at least allow me to lay the plans. Maybe not build until they're moved, but at least allow me to lay the plans because I just cannot tell them to move these things fast enough. All right, good house will go here. Wow, road is crazy, but all right, I'll let it go. We'll have a good house go there, and then we'll also have another good house go right here. Okay, hang on, maybe not. Good house. Come on, guys. Move the stone. Get the stone out of the way. Move the stone. Yeah, so I'm going to do like one house at a time because I mean, they do have different footprints. So it does make sense that you wouldn't be able to... No, not again. No, not again. Earthquakes. No. Oh, no. The new mill that I just built. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, the mill, the hunting hut needs to be rebuilt. The windmill's down. Do we get any building resources back for these too? Because you'd think some of this stuff would at least be usable. Oh my gosh. The tree of Yggdrasil is shaking. Sacrifice 6 animals to the gods. What? Must pray to the gods so that they won't cause another disaster. They are protectors. Sacrifice 3 cows and 3 goats to the gods. Okay. Looks like villagers will be working 20% slower since they will be renovating buildings. Why will they be renovating buildings? That doesn't make any sense. Pay 167 silver. I don't want them working slower. You can ask other villages for help, but yeah, I don't know why they're renovating buildings because I sacrifice animals, but villagers will be happy if I just pay the silver, so I'm just gonna pay the silver. That's fine, I guess. Hunting hut is also down. I have to rebuild that too. This poor house, rebuild that. Anything else collapse? I haven't seen anything else collapse. This thing is almost ready to go. Look at this. Wow, everything's delivered here. We could get that stone pit going. I think so. Let's go ahead and turn that on. We do have a couple of houses on this side now. That's nice. And this mine might get constructed soon. Okay, so we'll get our builders up to the top of the hill. Let's get that done so we can get stone. We're out of stone completely right now. So I think let's shift the stone pit to the priority. And I mean, I have a lot of stone piles marked, but we're just running out of stone piles. This is kind of all it is. You know, we've got some right here, but they're just really far away, but I can still mark them. And our guys will go out and get them, I guess, as we do. Maybe I prioritize it. I don't know. Let's harvest that. We want to plant the barley now. Now that we got all this stuff happening and growing, because the wheat was more important to me than the barley. Mostly because we're full on beer. Strange. And then we still have barley in the granaries. So we need to get more storage for this stuff too. So I'm going to say I want another warehouse. And I'm going to place that warehouse, I think, right here. Now I can place another good house. Right, like so. And as soon as these are built, I want to hopefully... I'll just start replacing all the houses one at a time. Because I do get some construction materials back, but I think one at a time is fine since there's just not a lot for for people right now. Let's get the windmill. We're gonna have you process this again. It'd be nice to have people who live close, but these houses aren't done. So yep, we'll just put the one in there for now. We'll prioritize that too. Let's get these 2 houses are already prioritized. All right, good. All right, so I just got to let this play on now, I guess. We don't keep being reminded on what a mine is, even though I've already built 2 of them. And yeah, see, this is full. The storage is full on this mine. So we have to have this warehouse completed so that they can offload the coal. I'm hoping that the good house uses that. Stone pit's getting built. I would love to see what the output on this stone pit is. And then most likely, we're going to need a lot of stone storages. Right? Like, this isn't going to be enough stone storage. So, we're going to need even more. We have wood storage right there, which makes no sense considering we're supposed to be doing stone here. So, I think we'll actually put stone storage. 1, 2, 3. And then maybe put another one across the way here, even 4. So all the stone from the stone pit can get brought down to here, and at least they don't have to walk, a little bit. I guess they have to walk a little bit, but it's not super bad. Hi, goats. I want labor to be auto replaced really, really badly. I'd like labor to be auto replaced. All right, we should probably build another tavern then, or another brewer, to get through all the barley that we're going to be growing. So we'll go in and put another brewer right. Actually, will you fit here? Yes, but well, yes. Yeah, I just want to make sure I have room for field, and I didn't want to disrupt the spot here. So, and then we'll just take the path, I guess, and move the path to be like, I don't know, like this. There we go. And then I want to also connect this as well. So while I have it, I'll just do this. No? There we go. We have another civilization that's here to trade us. Let's see what they have. I think I want to clear all these hungry icons. Bread is super cheap. It's 1. So we're just going to say that we want all of your bread. We're buying all of it. Fruits, they're very cheap too. We'll buy all the fruit as well. And then meat's kind of expensive. White meat's got a price to it too. But, I mean, we've got, what, 191 silver? I think, is this how much we have in storage, or how much the ship has in storage? It's got to be the ship, right? Yeah, because it won't let me buy any more than that amount. Okay. Let's get some more white meat then. We'll spend it, and we'll just get this food problem cleared away. So let's just do that. And then if I click this again, their stock is completely renewed. I think that's how that works. I don't actually know, right? So we want to see how that is. So we want to see if there will end up being like 30 bread in storage. So we'll do a test run by just doing this. And is there 30 bread in here? There is 30 bread. So you can trade with them twice. If you do it through the trade menu here, when the ship is there, and then click the icon and view offer, you can trade with them twice. They'll have twice the supply. So that's a bug. Obviously, it's going to have to be fixed, but it did let me buy more than they had. Okay, so I'm just kind of convinced now that maybe coal doesn't work. And I'm convinced with that because the good house also says firewood here. Can be used for heating. I see no indication that the houses are actually supposed to use coal other than that icon that says, that they don't have any firewood or coal. So I don't quite understand what is the point of giving me access to mines when I can't use any of the supply in the first place. The game gave me access to mine things and then says your people won't use said things that you're mining. It just doesn't. It doesn't look like that's. It doesn't. It doesn't look like it's working, because I have so much coal in here. 122 of it. It should be enough for everybody, and yet there's just houses that don't have it, unless the firewood. You know, I mean, unless the only thing I think of, right, is that the coal counts towards this. But we've seen already that, you know, when they stop making this, then all the houses get very cold. Or when we run out of firewood to gather from here, the houses get very cold. So, yeah, I don't know about that, man. Production, we're still making wintry stuff. I'm not going to bother with armor and stuff just yet. And then if we can get the iron mine running, which is very close to being built, then we can get this blacksmith running too, which is basically ready to go. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be... Oh, here we go. Look at this. All right, then. Look at this. There's our stone quarry. So lots and lots of people can work here. And you see it's red, so that means too far away, I would assume. But then we have some that are a little bit closer. So that's probably those houses that are... Yeah, there's a couple of houses here, right? So, I mean, if we're going to have this many people working where the stones are, then sure, let's give them some houses. So we can say a good house. Maybe they have good houses over here, like a little neighborhood over here. We could say there's a house there, which is totally on firm ground. Absolutely. Very, very stable there. Let's get rid of this. All the trees are in the way. There we go. Just get rid of the trees. And then we'll build another good house right here. And then we'll build another good house right over here. I mean, I'm not going to do poor houses anymore when I could just make the good houses instead. So we'll say that this path goes up from this side. And then kind of comes down through here. And then that will be sort of where my houses are. So we'll have another good house. Oh, too bumpy, huh? Okay. Have another good house there, I guess. And then we'll have another one over right here. But it looks like something's in the way. I might have to do poor houses. There may not be room for this many good houses. There it is. I was waiting for it to connect to the road. I didn't see it doing it. And then good houses. How about we do one more there? So this is like kind of where everybody can work. They can live when they work in there. There's a lot of labor availability over there. So we'll try that. And then they're going to have to walk all the way down here to get to the market. So the market's super far away for them too. Damn. Okay, we can do another marketplace maybe... I don't know, at the base of the hill here. You can maybe do another one like right here. Or maybe right here. Yeah, this is closer to them. I'd still rather have it over here, though. Let's get rid of the tree. And see if it'll let me do it after the tree's gone. Newcomers. Yeah, sure. We're building a lot of houses, so let's do it. Marketplace. Yeah, allow me to build this right here. This is good. So now we'll have a marketplace here as well. And then this can, again, be for these guys. And then these guys can also have this one. And all right. I think I'm good here. We'll just have one person who lives somewhat close work here. And then anyone who's got... Let's organize them by distance, I guess. And yeah, the closest we have is 400 something now. So we'll just have one person in here for now. And it doesn't look like we have like a way to connect the road directly to this. So this is as far as the road can go anyway. So, okay. So they'll walk up the hill now to do that. And then once this is built, we can hopefully store more coal. Not that people will actually use it. What a shame. We have to manually tell them to replant these fields. Here we go. And then finally harvest that one. And then harvest this one. Bummer. But we've got all these houses built now too, so. Okay, so I think we've made decent progress. And it doesn't maybe look like it because we had an earthquake and I had to rebuild things, but we now have access to good houses, which is something we didn't have before. We're going to expand storage so that we can, you know, finally start storing more things in these areas. We still have the decorations and stuff going in. The good houses have finally begun getting built. This one's done, so we can now blast this one down like that. All these resources will just be sitting here. They'll have to go ahead and move them. And then once those are done, we will place another good house right next to this, like so. Another good house to build. And then, of course, we can get the decorations placed next to them still as well. So we can go in and get things like this to be nearby there, and probably here would be a good spot for this one. And then we can get, you know, things like this stand to be in front of the place, and over here, and, you know, all different types of things, right? We just like all these little things that make our people, I guess, feel wealthier somehow. I don't know. But we'll just start placing those around. And I'll have to do this with every house and just replace them all with the good houses. I have no idea whether the good houses will survive earthquakes. Like, are they built better to the point where they won't collapse in an earthquake? I don't know that, but we'll find that out too, I guess, eventually. Here we go. We want to have good people who are fast. So we'll go ahead and get you, and we'll get you, and we'll get, let's say, you. And you guys can go over and grab the coal that's in there, bring it into storage. All right, I'm gonna let you guys go here. I think we got a good enough progress for today. This is good. We're getting these new neighborhoods kind of expanded on, and when we come back for the next one, I hope that we can make the trade ship, but I have to be really stable on food first. And you can see I have 142 meals now, and so I think I'm stable enough to go ahead and do the trade ships as far as my food goes. So I'm gonna just make sure that I get some people in here in this marketplace to really make sure we get everything collected. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.